let's mobilize the spine on our way to finding maybe a better sitting position for the time that we do spend sitting. So you can come up and let's use the seat of a chair to do your cat-cow. Be sure you've got the weight really way back in the heels, so you can have the knees a little bit bent, sitting back, and then go into your cat-cow. Be sure that your crown and your tail are both participating back and forth. Be sure you're staying in a comfortable range for your whole back. But start to really focus on the line across your lower ribs, where the rib cage is connecting into your lower back. And as you go into the curve, imagine, it won't be true, but imagine that the low ribs are the highest part of the curve. So really lift and separate those ribs. And then maybe when you go into the arch, you don't go all the way into the arch. Maybe we try to feel like we're keeping a little bit of space in between the back ribs in the arch, not totally smashing them together again. And then after you've done that several times and you're kind of tuned into where those low ribs are, let's stay in your rounded shape. Exhale, squeeze your abs up, up, and in, and see if you can keep your abs really strong even as you inhale, so that we still have to puff and expand up into the back, into the sides, because we're not giving in the front body. So just get a few rounds of breath where we're really trying to continue to mobilize those low ribs, and then keep that sense of spaciousness back there as you come to your neutral. And then let's shift around and have a seat. And go ahead and scooch all the way back, so you've got your sit bones, kind of trying to really wedge them into that right angle of the chair. You might pull your glutes out from under and really stick it back there, so that we're up tall on the sit bones and never, like as soon as we kind of dump and fall back to the back of the sit bones and the tail, we have the foundations of poor posture. So we got to really wedge it back there, get up high and tall on them. Then, without letting your tailbone tuck under, let's see, maybe if we think of this low level of the ribs almost like a dresser drawer that we're pushing closed. Can we feel those back ribs that we're just breathing into in the cat stretch? Can we really feel them slide back? Again, without letting the tail tuck under. So this is a little tricky for the brain. You'll feel a little bit like the pelvis is arching forward, but then solar plexus, low ribs is really pulling back. Yeah, to stack everything up. And then same thing, exhale, be really squeezy in the abs. Try to hold tight there as you inhale. And can you still feel some puff and expansion into those back ribs, back into the chair, without letting your tailbone scooch under? It's a real riddle, but it's worthwhile to play with, because when you find your way here, you're gonna feel so tall, everything stacked up, and it's gonna be probably the least stressful version of sitting once you figure it out. Of course, it takes effort, but once you find it, this is really a sustainable way to sit without anything hurting.